Hello everyone and welcome to the Season 2 Quick Starter Guide with me, MrSneakyy. Yes, we're going to go over everything that hopefully you're going to need to know so you're not dropping into Belleron completely blind. So stick around for all the information that you will need to succeed in Season 2 Belleron. Hello, smash a like, comment and subscribe for more daily Call of Dragons videos with me, MrSneakyy, and an official Call of Dragons content creator. And I do always do daily Call of Dragons videos. If you want 1 or 2 videos, guess what? We do here every single day that exact task. So I hope you enjoy all the videos that we bring out for you guys. So Season 2 is here and a lot of players are either dropping in and they're a bit confused, or they are potentially going to be dropping in very soon and they're looking for all the advice on Season 2. So guess what? I am going to compile it all here for you guys in a nice quick starter guide, so it's not going to be too crazy. So what we're going to go over straight away is the map. You can see the map here right now. We've got 4 starting zones. Obviously for your alliance you will pick which zone you're going to go into, but I'm going to give you just a little tip and tricks on each of the zones, right? So Karazhan and Orion, so the guys that are located at the very top here or at the bottom right corner on the map, so Orion, these are the safe zones, I'm going to call them. These zones won't have too much conflict if you're aiming for it because it is just so far out of the way and there's only going to be access to one of the Ancestor statue zones, which will mean you're going to have to compete for that, right? So just remember that. But in the future, you will get access to later ones, which will help you out. But if you start in Enogad or Scalera, you're going to get access to 2 different Ancestor statues because there's 2 different borders that link up these areas. So obviously Enogad and Scalera can fight against each other for 1. Then you got Enogad fighting Karazhan, and then you've got the Scalera fighting Orion, right? So you got all these different areas that you can go into. But just remember, in my opinion, the Enogad and Scalera have potentially the most opportunity if you're looking for the most rewards for your alliance. Because from here, what you will do is access either Dulen or Rozon or Borodia, as these main guys will. And then they start to go towards the center, which is Karadeg. And Karadeg, if we go into the Augustone, is where the Frost Dragon does reside. So this is where you're going to be aiming towards. This is the last area that you fight in, where everyone does get potential access to it, because even if you lose these zones on the way, there's a way for every place to get a constellation chance of potentially owning that zone 3 Frost Dragon, which is a really cool mechanic. So it's going to be a very PvP heavy season, so be ready to fight. When we go into the season itself, like I said, there is those Ancestor statues, which we're just going to showcase off right now. Ours starts, as you can see, at 2:30 UTC. But what this place is a dedicated PvP zone. So if you go into this zone here, when it unlocks later down the line, you're going to be able to fight in this area. And it's a very similar thing to Rise of Kingdoms. If you've played Rise of Kingdoms and you check out the Ruin fights, that is the exact same thing here almost, right? So the way this works is pretty simple. If you own this statue after the event, you will get a hero stamina recovery speed for your alliance of plus 3%, meaning you're gaining that PvP edge potentially for your commanders regenerating stamina so they can keep fighting, right? Really cool little mechanic there. But when we click the icon, you're going to be able to see the rules. So we go to the rules here, and the way this rule is pretty simple. You only can put 1 legion in here, so only bring 1 inside, but you might want to bring a few on the gate, so you know you can just keep swapping out, similar to how you would do it in Rise of Kingdoms. But then you can challenge this every 39 hours. So every 39 hours, this is going to come off cooldown for 1 hour, and you can fight for control. You gain points basically by being inside it, and when you're inside it, to gain points, all of the members inside needs to be of 1 alliance. If there's anyone that is challenging it, so even if there's 1 enemy legion inside, it will stay neutral until it's killed, and then you're going to get access to it. So once this starts triggering and cooking, what you're going to be able to do is get some Dwarven Guardians. And these Dwarven Guardians are similar to the Ruin Guardians in Rise of Kingdoms. They're going to spawn, and when you kill them, you're going to gain those points for this event. You're going to gain points as well passively for staying inside the zone. As well, you're going to be able to get an additional 2,000 points depending on merits earned while inside this zone. So a really cool little PvP area. And the reason I'm mentioning this already is because of the events. When we go to the events and go to the Proving Grounds, this is the event I'm talking about. This is a seasonal long event. It's going to be here for the long ride. So make sure you are paying attention, because honestly, you want all of these prizes. 150k points to complete it. You're going to get over 15 Generation of 2 heads. You can see there already 50,000 worth of troops that you can train at an instant if you want to use it. Plus already the amount of speed ups that you're going to gain and resources and just extras on the way is just a nice touch for doing this event. So make sure you do complete this. This is the long season event for this Season 2 Bella Run. So when you're in Season 2 for the first time, I don't have access to it, as you saw on the event wheel there, but you will get the Wheel of Destiny like you did with the Freygar and Syndrion. But this Wheel of Destiny arguably is just nuts. We was able to get a Freygar, Syndrion, and then Theodore and Forendil. So if you want any of those 4 commanders, you can max spin the wheel and unlock them all, or you can try and spin and see if you get lucky and unlock whoever out of the 4, right? So it's a really cool little thing that you can start on the season. So when we go into it as well, as you know, Warpets are now in the game. And Warpets is a very long topic, and I honestly have a bunch of guides on it. So if you want to check those guides out, you can go onto the channel and just search some Warpets stuff up, and it will give you a nice little bit of clarity on the system. But when it comes to Warpets, you are going to be capturing these guys. You're going to be running as much as you can to capture as many of these things as possible and level them up. So when you've captured them, just remember, if you've got a good skill, you will release them and you're going to be grinding it. So that's a new mechanic already in Season 2. Again, I don't want to go too crazy involved into it because of the general, you know, in-depth there is. It's a massive rabbit hole, guys. You know, if you know, you know, right? So what we're going to do now, though, is give you some tips, because we've gone over quite a lot already. And I want to just give you some tips now to break up the video and give you guys, you know, a little bit of a breathing room so you're not overwhelmed. Again, if you want, everything will be timestamped, so you can just go back and check everything throughout the video and just watch it again and get a better understanding, so you're not just jumping in completely blind when you're going into Season 2. Hello, we're going to go over the tips, like I said, in the last part of the video, and these tips are going to be all universal for you, meaning in the future seasons you're going to be able to use a lot of these, right? So the first one is going to be to do with scouting. Just remember, scouting, you're going to have to defog, and this isn't the tip obviously to defog your map, but when you do defog it, remember to do the rewards. Every single time you do any of your exploration and progress this tab, you can then press it down to get 50 gems as well as some extra resources for completing all of those tasks. And just remember, those tasks themselves in the other tab as well as the location tabs here will grant you more rewards. It's a really good little feature to have, as well as the wonders that you're going to discover in this new zone. They will also grant you brand new tier 4 units for free, which are going to be the flying ones for your faction, similar to the last seasonal map. So just do it, guys. I'm just going to say, just get it done, right? But now here's the big tip. This is the crazy tip that I always say to everyone, and I say it in every video, and if you don't know it by yet, you've been sleeping under a rock, guys. In the seasonal VIP store, you can now get basic CP recovery, as you know, and this resets every Monday on your account. As you can see, mine is in 11 hours. If your Season 2 reset falls on a Tuesday or Tuesday to Sunday, basically any day which isn't Monday, what you guys need to do is not buy your basic CP recovery. And the reason is, it's pretty simple. when you go into your season reset, and just remember every season reset is the same, you're going to lose those CP items. So if you're in season 1, you can wait until you're in season 2, and when you're in season 2, you then buy your basic CP recovery. It's going to allow you to have a bonus 1500 CP at the start of the season, as well as your, as you can see, 1800 CP from the economic tech tree that you should have already. So it's a really good way for you to get a head start in the season. And what you're going to do with all of that CP is not just waste it. Obviously, you want to use that CP correctly. And what I would suggest is pretty simple. I would summon 2 marches. So what I would do is create 1 march, and at the start, you're only going to get access to 1 hero. So I would pick a infantry-based hero, and then I would also create a second separate march, which could be a DPS hero. So for example, Guan Win, she's level 1 still. So with these level 2, level 1 marches or heroes, what we're going to do is then do this following. We're going to kill level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, all with those marches. And the reason why we do this is it gives those 2 marches obviously levels to level them up, but it allows them to kill them really quickly, as well as not dying, because some people might not have enough tech and you might die to the marches. So this allows you to actually do a really good job. So what you want to do then is unlock the level 10. And once you unlock level 10 on the patrols, this is when you use 5 marches and start swarming, because for 5 marches with 5 separate heroes for level 10, you're going to get 2000 XP. So I would then use all my CP there and then and get them all leveled up. The sooner you can get your heroes to level 20, you're going to get access to that deputy slot. And with that deputy slot, you're going to be able to push some more content that I'm going to talk about. But one final tip to do with patrols: if you're always looking for patrols, a really good thing you can do about XP is honestly level 14 on your Dwarven patrols is one of the better ones, because at level 13 you get 2900 XP, but at level 14 you get over 3800, and at level 15 you get 48. So you can see the growth per level is increased as you go up the ladder. So just remember that. And if you're looking to figure out when your next one comes, as you can see when you're at the end, so like level 17, you can press this little lock icon and it will show you in the middle of the screen your timer, so when the next ones come. So you can save your CP for the next time, and that's what I'm doing. I'm saving my CP that I've already got saved up from the dailies and events, and that's going to allow me again to get better XP for my heroes. Once I've got those heroes completed, what you do is pretty simple. You're going to go into your campaign, you're going to do your Dragontrials. I know you guys are going to huff and puff, I'm sorry, but I am the one trying to be honest with you here, guys. You're going to try and push to at least level 40 as fast as you can. Obviously, you might stop in the middle. You might get to like level 20 and you might stop just quickly. And the reason why is, obviously, every time you kill a new area, you're going to gain XP, and with that XP you can level up specific heroes that you are working on. Like, as you can see, like my Fear, I could go into here, and if I had some extra XP I could pop it into her and finish that tick off right from doing those patrols. By doing that, again, you're going to level up those heroes. That's going to allow you to go back into the campaign, to go into Dragontrials and push to around level, I think on day 1 you can get, with tier 4, depending on how strong you are, you're going to get between stages 40 to even 54. Some players can get to 54 in day 1 with tier 4, depending on your tech and your heroes. It is always different for every player, so I can obviously advise for you in the comments. Just you know, you should know better than me, you know, about your own account by now. But once you've got all this done, as you can see, and you're pushing up the ladder, what you're going to do is claim all of this, claim all of your free loot, and then go into the policies and do what you've done already. These will all be resetted, and it's going to allow you to push all the way as fast as you can to the end. And by pushing to the end, you're going to get access to Administrative Excellence, which is going to complete basically the next section of the video, which is to do with Warpets and the final area of the Season 2 events. So in Season 2 and at the end of Season 1, I do believe for some players, you're going to get access to Warpets. It's the new system in the game, and it's no different to any of the others. You're going to be capturing Warpets in this season by just zooming out, pressing the F key or the search function, and hitting the search. You can again use this to search for any specific ones, like you might want the Golden Rock, and you can try and find one if there was one nearby. You're going to be using this as a main new mechanic. So as I've already covered in the video, I've gone over generally the start of the season with the Ancestor statues and the maps, as well as now we've already gone over like your basic fundamentals of what you need to be doing in the beginning days of the season. During this time, you're going to get access to obviously the Warpets, which we just said, and you're going to be capturing this new mechanic. You also get access to some other events, which we've gone over, which is the Proving Grounds, but you'll notice in Season 2, the Behemoths. The Behemoths are different in this season. They are a little bit changed in their extra like effect, so this is extra damage when it's dealt. And when you go to the Elite Raids, that's where it's really fun. The Elite Giant Bear, for example, says if it is above 75% health, is immune to all magic damage. But if you are below 25% with the bear health, it is immune to all physical damage. So just make sure when you're looking at some of these Generational 2, as you can see, they've got some extra effects tied to them, which makes them a little bit harder for your games. This is another little new feature when it comes into Season 2 that you are going to get access to. So that is honestly a lot of the basics events. The final thing that we need to cover is the heroes and artifacts. So in Season 2, again, you're going to get access to Forendil. Forendil is a flying cavalry hero. He's a very, very good hero, and as you can see, I've already got him 5 and almost 5/1/1 all the way across. He's unlocked through the lucky wheel in the game, or at the start of the season, you could get him through the Wheel of Destiny. As well as Forendil, you will get access to Theodore. Theodore is the same. You're going to be able to get him through the Wheel of Destiny, or instead, you're going to get him in the Strongest Lord event, which is currently running along our current server, as you can see, and you look at the armament ranking. So just remember, this is a PvP event where you are going to be playing against other players, growing power and competing for that a reward. And as you can see, rank 1 gets 200 and then 100, 60, 50. But for most players, you want to be in the top 25. That's when you get 10, or you get 10 here, right? And then in battle rankings, again, you can get 10 if you're ranked 5 or higher. You're going to get another 10 or more sculptures to unlock him. So there are different ways of getting him, just to let you guys know. And then, like I said, there is a new artifact. So if we go to the artifacts right now, you're going to be able to see the Oath of Stormpeak. This allows you to summon a clone of your Legion. It's going to have reduced stats of it. We haven't got it yet, and we haven't tested it to see what it does, but it does have a really cool Rampage Del increase on your march, as well as some other cool gimmicks to it. So that is, honestly guys, everything in Season 2. I don't want to swamp you with any more. There might be future stuff coming to the season, but we are not aware of it right now of this guide. But hopefully you now know in Season 2 about the starting Zone 1s, what the little Ancestor statue zones are now, especially the warrants and the pets, how you should be starting your day 1 with your CP and the CP tricks and little tips with scouting, and then obviously all the events and behemoths we've just covered in this last section. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching my quick guide to Season 2 Belleron. I hope you've found everything that you're going to need right here to succeed in Season 2 Battle Run, because honestly, I am having an absolute blast. It is so fun to play this right now, and I'm streaming it as often as I can on the days, as you guys know, which are generally Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And if you want to check them out, remember, hit that like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and it will let you know, hopefully, when we go live, as well as my Discord server, and all of my socials are in the description below. Check them out. You can join the Discord, and you're going to be able to, again, get notified when I get new videos or when I go live. So it's a lot easier for you to get notified if, for example, YouTube isn't working. So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. My name's MrSneakyy, an official Call of Dragons content creator. And with all of that out of the way, stay safe, stay sneaky, and peace out to the next video.